Hi Virgo, I'm Pam, and this is your psychic tarot reading for the month of June 2014. First thing I see, you have the Queen of Swords here. I see that there's been maybe some confusion around you lately, maybe for the past 7 months, and that you're now going to pierce through that confusion. You're going to have a bigger understanding of what's going on in your world and the world around you. That's what my guides are telling me. You're coming to an end of a cycle. And they're saying this is like, it's like a time of new beginnings in some ways, like a breath of fresh air. That's what my spirit guides are calling it, a breath of fresh air. They say you've developed a lot of talents over these months, over these 7 months that they're referencing. And they're using the words ingenuity. So talents and ingenuity. Say you're coming into a growth spurt and you're going to accelerate very fast. They say this has to do with business propositions, money matters, and the way things in general are handled. They say also you've had a hard time deciphering fact from fiction, truth from lies. Like, I don't know if this is coming up. And I feel like maybe you've been going around in circles where somebody's been putting you through the paces, so to speak. And that they say you've not been feeling well at times. And they're saying some anger and resentment has been held in for some people that have hurt you in the past. And maybe I feel like they're bringing this up now, like to illustrate maybe this has caused you, this is maybe why you haven't been feeling so well or having some periods of not feeling well. And that you're going to communicate with doctors. And this has come up again for all the different signs. It's coming to you too. So spirit guides must want us all to eat better, because they're saying you are improving the things that you're eating and drinking and the way you're taking care of yourself. You've already been in the process of doing this, and that this is going to continue. Like if you were never somebody that went to a health food store, I feel you've definitely been visiting the health food store, or you're getting ready to do it. But I already feel like this is in progress, like your improvement and concern over your health and well-being, your physical well-being. The card that crosses it, I'm finding some of the cards that cross today are kind of interesting. Now this reading is for June of 2014 for Virgo, and Virgos, I see you have 7 of Wands here, crossing over the Queen of Swords. So 7 of Wands, usually I would read that as not psychically, just looking at the card, I would read that as keeping your foes at bay, like keeping negative things or things coming at you, because Wands is growth and communication, and it's like you're fighting off, you're keeping the things at bay that have been problematic, like you're winning over some battles and struggles, which is definitely positive, Virgo, so good for you. I'm glad you've been able to do that. I hear that you've got a handle on situation. You've come to like some things that were the best bet. You've made your choices. You've made choices and decisions already, and you've chosen the proper things now. I get that even though you have all these successes, there's one person you've had a hard time getting free of, like whatever, like conflict or hurt feelings or some difficulty that you've had with them. There's still one lingering person that you're concerned about or you don't feel is totally resolved. But that's okay, because for the most part, you've really done your homework, made great strides, conquered some things. I'm not sure what problem they're referencing, but they said April of next year, a problem that you revisited recently will be revisited again in April of 2015. And I hear that you've been working harmoniously with others. You've been getting a lot of, you have been getting cooperation and been working well with others, and that comes up here, Virgo. So that's good. Really, um, even though maybe you haven't been feeling too well, you've been making some really great strides. So here, crowning your reading, you have the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles to me usually would symbolize somebody that has financial tranquility. Like they have peace in the peace, they're at peace with themselves, at peace with their lives, they're financially stable, or affluent, they're doing well, they're content. It's like a contentment kind of card. Nine, the number nine means endings and completion. So to me, after what I just read, that would tell me that through some adversity that you've had, and conflicts or struggles that you've had to face, and you've conquered them, and you know, so you have a lot of completion here, Virgo, which is really good news. They tell me that you're entering a time of abundance and that you have a plethora of things that are good that are coming at you. Like it's not just money. The card symbolizes money, but you have like a bunch of good things coming at you. Although I'm going to say it again, there's somebody that keeps coming around in circles for you behind you. That's like it's like a trigger for you, an emotional trigger. This person has absorbed a lot of time, money, and energy of yours, and I feel like you're worried about them. This could be a child, or a sister, or a brother, a relative. You don't want to let this person out of your life. I definitely hear you don't want to let them out of your life, but yet they've caused a lot of controversy for you, or conflicts for you. I get like you hate to let them go, and not that you are, but you kind of got to let them. It's like pushing the bird out of the nest. Like you have to let them fly on their own, or flounder on their own, and you have to step back and not come to their rescue or interfere in either a positive or a negative way for them. Your challenge is coming up in mid-August, my spirit guides are telling me. But they're telling me you're going to have the finances, and you've built up all this ingenuity. Uh, like that, those are your resources to pull from at that time. And I hear that you're not going to be bothered with any quick quick schemes, quick money making schemes, or getaway kind of breakaway snap kind of ventures. Like you're done with that. I don't feel like you're doing anything with anything like that right now, or are going to do anything like that. The next card you have that comes up is a card that to me would symbolize a child if you have any children. It's the Page of Pentacles. Pages to me usually symbolize messages, or it is a message about one of your children. Um, and usually Pentacles, this isn't always true, um, for the sign. I mean, a lot of times it coincides, but Pentacles would symbolize an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. But this could be a child. If you have a child that's really good at making money or interested in finances, it doesn't necessarily have to go, for that sign. But let me hear why Page of Pentacles is here for you, Virgo. Excuse me. I feel that somebody wants something from you. They want help. They want you to loan them money or to give them money. I feel like they also need advice. I feel that they're sad. They're distraught. They're coming to you like for emotional support, money support. There's like growing indecision with this person, and a lot of worry. And I definitely get with this, if it's a child or a sibling or whoever this is in your life, that there's been communication gaps. Like you come together and then you go apart, and then you come together and you go apart when it comes to communicating. There's a lot of struggle going on in this person's life. They're afraid. Fear is the thing that comes up the strongest with this person. Fear. Um, it's they do want you to solve their problem. They do, or problems. They do. And I do get that you will help them. I do, even though that's sort of conflicting to some other messages here where I said stepping back and letting them flounder or struggle. Maybe you've already done that or that happened and now they can't quite make it the way they wanted to or thought they could or you hoped they would. So because I get fear, worry, and they want help. Um, and it's like a cry for help. I said, what specifically? How would you coin this card? And they said, like a cry for help. And this is from somebody you know or connected to you. And I do get that you're going to help them. And I feel like some of this is financial, but I get that you help them somewhat, not like overboard, and then you push them out on their way again. Like you're not going to mollycoddle them and totally, run after them like Mother Goose or Father Hen, Father Rooster or whatever. You're not going to do that. You're going to help them, but then you're like, okay, you put boundaries up, and then you give them a little shove again, and you say, I'm helping you this time, but you really have to try to figure these things out for yourself. I'm not always going to be able to be there. This is part of the thing of being a grown up and being an adult and assuming responsibility. I hear you saying these words to this child or person that's coming for help because whoever this is, if you don't have children, maybe it's a niece or a nephew or somebody that has looked up to you like a sister or a brother, or maybe it is a younger sister or brother. Whoever this is, it's a young person, younger than you, that needs your help and assistance. And you've helped them in the past with money, and you've helped them in the past with advice and guidance, and you've worried about them a lot. You have. So that person's coming up looking for help, Virgo. Okay. Okay, now I have to say, I have a card for you I don't really like, but sometimes the negative brings in a positive. It almost always is that way. Um, I get the tower, and tower is not my favorite. It's not. It usually means to me a fight, an explosion, discord, something breaking apart so something new can begin, a destruction to clear the air, to heal a situation. So let me hear why Tower is here for you, Virgo, on this reading for June of 2014. I hear that you've bitten off more than you can chew in some ways and helped more than you can stand. And I feel like I'm getting like shut down, like you feel shut down and you feel angry. I hear that. And I get the word discipline. So I feel like, I do still feel like you're going to help this person out, but I feel like you are going to be instilling discipline, not like you haven't before, but you're doing it again. And I hear you need to break away from this calamity of this tower. You need to break away from this calamity and start all over again. Let me see if I can get it start all over again. In what sense? I heard a lot of things right there. That was a little confusing. You're definitely going to listen to them. And you've helped this person a lot. You've listened to them, you've talked to them, you've guided them, they've asked for your help, then they rejected your help. I feel like your inclination here, I do still feel like you will help financially this person, but I feel like the thing you want to tell them now is, look, I'm glad to give you the guidance and verbal counseling that I can, but I'm not going to be an endless supply. I'm not, the bank. I'm not going to be your private, loan lending company. You're not going to keep giving them money. This is hard for you to break because I hear you've already been in like a kind of a habit of this. So it's, or like it feels like a habit. So, and habits are hard to break. And I hear you're going to come up against opposition and that something's going to get deflected to somebody else. So I feel like this person that's coming to you for money that's worried and has fears and concerns and wants money and counsel from you, even like when you rebuff them or like tell them, I'll help you to this point, but that's it, that they're going to deflect why they need your help off to somebody else. Like they don't fully take the responsibility for it the way they should. So I feel that this like angers you because you're smart, Virgo. Nobody's pulling any wool over your eyes. Nobody. They can think they can, and sometimes you let them think that they have. But Virgos are very smart, and Virgos know what's what. So they can say all they want to you, but nobody's pulling the wool over your eyes, Virgo. Nobody. Ever. If they do it once, it's very little and not to no great degree. So the next card you have coming up in this reading, you have three of wands, and three of wands is a good card, Virgo. It really is to me. Some people see that as your ship coming in. Some people see it as your ship leaving. Some people see it as new beginnings. Well, to me, wands symbolizes growth and new beginnings, also symbolizes communication and new enterprise. I hear you come into your own. You're fiscally responsible. You take action steps towards creating the future that you want. I feel that this has been coming and going, like the way the tides come in and out, but now you're on firm footing. It's like, I feel like you've just completed some karmic lessons. That's the way it comes at me. Like, you've completed some things in this journey, you've completed some of these karmic lessons, and like now you're solid. Like you've learned a lot of things recently. You have a great opportunity for mental and spiritual development here. And threes are also a benefit of creative blessings. So your creativity, if you're in any creative field, or if you are, or your interests, your personal interests are of creative nature, they're really going to start blooming now. And you're going to be really active, like jazz. You'll be jazzed about what you're going to create and how you're going to go about doing it. You're going to come up with really great ideas of what you can do and how you can implement them. You've already been thinking about these things, and some of them are already in motion. You're like solid now. You're solid. You're not as drifty. You're grounded. You've been waiting. They're telling me, like, or in a pause position, and now it's time to act. Eight of Wands has something coming at you really soon, quick, fast. This is something on its way to you, rapidly approaching. And it's coming up in a future. This isn't on you right now, but it's coming. This is like, okay, so this is a June, Virgo June prediction. You've got a lot of people coming and going in your life quickly, soon, like a lot of activity, people coming to talk to you, people wanting this and that. Not in a negative way. This isn't, I don't feel like this is associated with um, the pentacle, the child, or, sibling or whoever that needs your assistance. This isn't just that. This is, I feel like this is a lot of people. You enter a time of communication with people at a great distance. I do get overseas connection here somehow or another, whether it be internet and phone conversations or through your business in some way, what line of work you're in, you are going to be dealing with a lot of people, and I feel like a lot of these people come in and out quick. It's not like they come in and then they're there forever and you're dealing with them on and on for a long period of time. And I hear like this really like piques up your interest in certain areas, and you're going to do some research, studying and research about some, like you're really going to investigate some information that's going to come at you from these people overseas, or people that come in wherever they are. I don't feel they're close. This is from a distance. And I feel like you're going to get offered some kind of program. This could change your business. So maybe somebody's going to come at you with like an innovative idea for if you have a website or a business, and you've got also have a website connected to your business, or it's just something like a program or for you to study, or for you to put on your computer, or for you to run, because the word program comes up here. And you're going to enter a lot of intellectual discussions with people here too. And you're a great orator. You can communicate very well, excellently, when you're focused and you know what you're talking about. You can communicate it like nobody's business. You really are great with that, Virgo. Okay, so the next card coming up after that is you have Six of Cups. I have to say, I think almost everybody I've read today, for their sign. I'm not sure, but I think Six of Cups just keeps repeating itself over and over again. So here's Six of Cups again for you. And to me, Six of Cups symbolizes past life, reincarnation, connections with someone you're deeply connected with. It's almost like a family. It's like a family connection to me. So either this is from your childhood, or it's your own children, or it's a connection that goes deeper and longer ago past, reincarnation past. I know some people don't believe in reincarnation. I obviously do. So to me, when I see that, that's a reincarnation connection. But it could be somebody, if you don't believe in that, this is somebody that's connected to you from this lifetime, deep connection. You've got a lot on your plate. You've got a lot going on. You have a lot on your mind. And I'm getting, it's funny that this is coming up with this card. I don't really see why, but it's what my guides are telling me. You have so much going on and swirling around you. Like it's so much. Like I see like so many things swirling around you, so many thoughts, and I I feel like almost overwhelmed. Like I don't know if I want to say scattered, or just a lot of things running around through your mind. I hear energy is shifting and changing here, and you're building a lot of emotional bonds are being built. And you're going to have great times with loved ones in your family. If you're a grandmother, and you have new grandchildren, or you're a grandfather and you have new grandchildren, or you have friends that have just had children, or I don't know, you're developing new bonds, but it's weird. The new bonds are like old. They're old ties. You have a great harmony with people around you during this time. Remember, this is a June 2014 reading. Yeah, they keep saying entering deep emotional bond, new love relationship with somebody you've known in a previous life. These are deep emotional bonds. So whatever whatever new emotional relationships you find yourself in, whether it be you become a grandparent or you're having or if you adopted a child or you had your own children now, like you hadn't had any kids yet and now you just had kids, or you're meeting somebody new that's a relationship for the first time and it's a romance, whatever these are, whatever the relationship that applies for you is, this is deep emotional bonds that go back to some other connection, either back to your children, back to your childhood, or back to reincarnational past. These are deep bonds. And this is, it's like your life is sweetening. That's what I get. Like it's like looking at a garden. I feel like my guides are showing me roses blooming, pink, red, different colors. Like your garden is blooming. Your life is getting sweeter. You have more balance and peace in these areas, and it's very nice. It's a nice place to be in. The next card that you have is kind of a dramatic card. You have Ace of Swords here coming in. And usually when I see Ace of Swords, to me, that means victory, breaking through a bunch of nonsense to get to the truth, get to the heart of the matter. Truth is revealed. If there's been secrets that have been kept from you, some things get uncovered and revealed. That's always positive. Not fun to be kept in the dark. And blessings from God, universe, angels, all, the spirit world conspiring on your behalf to bring you good into your life. You have crossed the bridge. Now you have victory. You're entering a new phase. You've accomplished a lot and accomplished a lot of tasks. And this is like your rewards. You're going to be harmonizing very well with people now. You've bridged the gap of silences, they say. So, if this to me, that I would interpret that to mean like if there's been anybody in your life where you haven't spoken to them, or you went, like I believe this came up earlier in the cards, like if you've had communication and you've broken apart and come back together and broken apart and come back, you've bridged the gap of those silences now. And now I feel like I feel very tranquil with your reading, honestly. Very like calm waters. Like this is good. Because this reading to me, you do have an explosion and you do have somebody want something from you, money and consoling and help. But even though those things exist here in this reading, I'm still giving you the tranquil waters for the month of June, and I feel like this is going to continue. I don't feel like, okay, it's just the month of June and then that's all I have of that. So victory can come in small pieces, and that you have won, meaning won the battle. It lasts 7 or 8 months at least, they're telling me. So that doesn't mean it doesn't go on past that. That's all my guides want to say for now. Now, victory! You have victory. You have, this is Six of Wands, or Six of Rods, or Wands, whatever your card might say. And that, to me, is victory. So I feel like you have victory twice. Bam, bam. You're ending on the last card is victory. They say everything's coming up roses. The time periods of you going against the grain or feeling like you've been going against the grain is stopping, or is getting ready to stop. in a few months you may decide to change direction and that you might want a little bit more action. I do know you, Virgo, and I know you like your action, and you can get bored if there isn't enough stuff cooking to keep those, stoke those fires for you. So I, in like 3 months, if you get a little bored, you're going to change direction and create some action. But you could ride this for longer than that if you want. And people coming to you for money does come up again, even when I look at this card. So be prepared, either a sibling or a child or a grandchild, depending on your age and who's in your life. And if you don't have any children, then this could be a niece or a nephew or somebody you've mentored that, would view you like a parent. If you're a step parent and you didn't have children, give birth to children, it's somebody that looks up to you and you've guided it, and that's younger, is going to come to you for some money, but you're going to handle it the right way. Things are going to turn around for them too, so don't worry about them too much. You've taught them well and you've guided them well. Well, I hope this reading was informative and maybe helped you in some way, Virgo. And I'd like to say thanks for watching, and please tune into next month for your psychic tarot reading for the month of July. And if you're interested in having a private one-on-one reading with me, you could please go visit my website listed below, and you can schedule and purchase a reading there. And thank you so much, and many blessings, and